And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, in today's video, as always, here to bring you up to date with all of the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. That includes a huge bit of transfer news, as you can read that there in the title. It looks like talks are ongoing over a key talent, so we'll discuss that, of course, in detail a little bit later on. But of course, Liverpool have played their first pre-season game under the Arne Slot era, and to be fair, there's been a lot of content that's come out recently with regards to it. Liverpool fans getting excited about it, and yeah, overly happy with how we played in that game against Real Betis. Look, obviously it is still pre-season, and look, pre-season doesn't necessarily matter, but it's good to see that we've got like a definitive sort of style of play, and it looks like the players are adapting to what we're trying to do at this moment in time. So I already did a deep dive on this game actually on Panenka, our sister channel, guys. I think it's racked up around 85,000 views in the first sort of 24 hours. So do check it out. I think it's quite a good way of sort of describing kind of what we learnt from the match in a bit more of an in-depth detail rather than a sort of news and a rush basis that we kind of do on this channel. So if you are interested in that, I'll put a link in the description and you can go and watch that video and learn what happened in that game for Liverpool against Real Betis. However, one thing I've always looked at as well is the interviews following the game, and a lot of players came out and spoke with regards to the system and how it feels a lot different to playing under, or the comparisons between playing under Arne Slot and Jurgen Klopp. And we heard Curtis Jones in the pre-match discuss it and said it was really positive and that he liked playing in that under Arne Slot rather than Jurgen Klopp, kind of. You know, he preferred his system, it's more suited to his style of play. Now, João Gonçalves explained how there's so much that's different to Arne Slot's style compared to Jurgen Klopp, with the centre-back detailing those changes. Quansah has benefited from the absence of other key centre-backs so far this summer to assume the role of Slot's defensive leader. At 21, he is the standout at the back in pre-season, starting alongside Sepp van der Berg in both the behind-closed-doors friendly against Preston and now against Real Betis in the United States. He figures to be a crucial player for the head coach moving forward, continuing his development he enjoyed under Jurgen Klopp last season. It is a different approach for sure, with Quansah explaining the differences in a post-match interview with LFC TV following Friday's 1-0 win over Real Betis. There's a lot of the same messages, but at the same time, I think there's so much that's different, he said. A lot more structure when we're in possession, a few nice passages of play. You can see a lot of patterns we're trying to get used to, really. Like I said, there's so many new messages that we're trying to cram into the performances, but I'm sure sooner or later it will come. He added, we're working tirelessly on the pitch and on the training pitch especially. There's been a lot of double sessions, that's just so much tactical work and so much we need to take in. We're doing that and hopefully it'll be a little bit of a come. As part of Liverpool's punditry team for the tour, Sami Hyypiä questioned his fellow centre-back on the responsibility of leading the back this pre-season. He said it's a lot different, to be fair. Obviously, you have to take on the onus on yourself to really read the back line and try to help everybody out. But again, it's a new system for everyone. I think everyone's still learning, which is a good thing. You've got bright, fresh players who are eager to learn. It's about implementing that. On his goals for the season, he said, it's all about kicking on. It's all about trying to improve each season. I'm still learning, going back to make mistakes and going to make it even get better and better. That's the plan for me at the minute. I'm still only young and it's just about taking each minute as I can to try and be the best I can on the pitch. I do think it'll be a big season for João Gonçalves, to be fair, after that breakout campaign. Now, moving on a bit of an update with regards to his defensive partner this sort of summer, that of course being Sepp van der Berg, and basically has labelled his 20 million price tag majorly high, but hasn't ruled out staying at the club. With Van Dijk and Konate away on holiday, Van der Berg has stepped up as one of the Liverpool's key defenders so far in pre-season. Playing alongside João Gonçalves at centre-half, he impressed against Real Betis, albeit in a game of little significance, but his future at Liverpool was far from certain, having previously admitted he would like to move away in the absence of regular football with the Reds. Speaking to reporters, including Lewis Steele of the Mail, Van der Berg reacted to his valuation of 20 to 25 million pounds, saying, I know in today's market, high prices, it will happen. For this price, they want me. Liverpool may think it's right as I had a good season. If they want 20 to 25 million pounds, that is a lot more. Hopefully we can find a way, maybe stay, maybe I go. The first reaction from me is that quite high. It's also a compliment, but it makes it difficult. 20 million pounds is majorly high. Van der Berg reiterated that his target is to play this season, adding, "I spoke with Arne Slot on my first day. He said to me, I have to show myself in pre-season. I had my own visions. I want to play. We will see what happens, but I'm happy here. My goal is to play football next year, so we'll have to see if it's here or somewhere else." Van der Berg means that no disrespect to Liverpool with his latest or previous comments. Instead, he just wants to make clear that he intends to play football, whether that be on Merseyside or, of course, elsewhere. Now, there is no further update with regards to sort of Van der Berg, but yeah, I think his comments before pre-season even started were a bit premature, especially with a new manager coming in and a chance to sort of back yourself. And he is impressed, to be fair. Do I think he's necessarily the answer for us next season? No. But then again, look, you've seen Joao Quansah happen last year. So potentially, you can sort of fight for your place, and you don't know what can happen. Injuries can happen to players, and all of a sudden you're thrusted in and you can end up playing. But you do kind of see he kind of wants to potentially move on. £20 million, you have to reach the asking price. Only update on that, guys, is PSV are currently apparently wanting him, but they'll have to wait late into the window with regards to that potential transfer. Now, moving on to the huge bit of Liverpool transfer news, guys, as it does seem as though negotiations are currently ongoing, or initial talks have currently ongoing, as one of our key talents, Ben Doak, is attracting interest from a number of Premier League clubs, with the Reds considering a loan move for the winger. 2 years ago, the 18-year-old signed for Liverpool from Celtic and quickly became one of the most exciting prospects at the club. After injury halted his progress in the second half of last season, he is back with the first team squad in pre-season but could be sent out on loan. According to multiple reporters, including The Athletic, Doak is attracting interest from a number of Premier League clubs as Liverpool consider sanctioning a loan for him this season. These clubs include newly promoted Southampton and Leicester, who are said to be keen to secure the winger. Liverpool flying back from their US tour on August 4th, and Doak will have to sit down with Arne Slot and sporting director Richard Hughes to discuss the next steps. Last season, Jurgen Klopp awarded Doak 4 starts before the youngster required surgery on a knee problem. He took his time to get back to fitness and fought his way into contention to play at Euro 2024, but a late injury setback meant Scotland manager Steve Clarke couldn't select him. Doak is back for pre-season though, and from his showing against Real Betis, he appears to have kept his effortlessly ability to glide past oppositions like players that aren't there. Doak tends to play as a right winger and is able to cut inside on his stronger left foot when approaching the penalty area. While Slot opted to play Doak in the second half against Betis, he started the Scot in the Liverpool behind closed doors match against Preston earlier. While Doak would expect to pick some minutes for Liverpool across the course of the season, his development may move more quickly or be quickly elsewhere. A move to Leicester, for instance, would see him play more regularly, but still maintain a high level of opposition, which would be coming up against in the Premier League. In the long term, he'll be looking to succeed Mo Salah as Liverpool's first choice right winger, but he does face competition, of course, in that area. But feeler talks have already happened. Southampton and Leicester have sort of open negotiations, if you like, or had talks with Liverpool of the proposal of trying to get Ben Doak on a temporary basis. And unlike a lot of our sort of younger players, it just feels kind of overwhelming how many young players that we've currently got. But, the next stage, when they've kind of dipped in like Doak maybe had, it's now the next stage to go out there and play a full season. And Leicester or Southampton would be incredibly high level to sort of showcase what you've got, but only on a temporary basis. So yeah, I'd be all for that. But Liverpool fans, still let me know your thoughts on the situation with regards to Doak. Let me know your thoughts on the first pre-season match against Real Betis down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Remember, we do have new Liverpool t-shirts available on our website, so do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description or going to clopp.clothing.com. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.